send that to her. Not to mention, I gotta turn on my phone. Trying to be semi-professional here. I guess that's what's happening. Just a tad. Well, so now we're currently live. How's that feel so far? Yeah, right. Well, and we did some pre-recorded episodes too, just to get a feel for it, just for us to see how the conversation would flow. Which I think was actually a pretty good move on our end. That way, then we can see. Well, whatever part of the world does want to listen. Here, little blurbs. We don't need to listen. Whatever. Well, I mean, considering we're starting off small, it's going to be because when I did some like live streaming on Twitch a little bit. I only did like 2 or 3 streams, and I just recall like 3 people being in there, which was really chill. I was cool with that, but dude, they always got things going on, like well, definitely that, and I guess really it's also just a way of expression too, which I think also why a lot of people are starting to do it is some of it's just expression. It's another outlet. Here, I'm gonna oh, I know what I can just message. Uh World Wide Web. That's how it be. Okay. Yeah. And I guess the biggest question with it, and it's not so much of like a philosophical question or anything, but I think the biggest question is like, is it really benefiting us? We have to kind of take a look at that and see if that is the case. Because if it is, then obviously what we're doing right, we should maybe try and capitalize on that if possible. But but yeah, no, it has connected people. And I feel as though I think that like when COVID hit, especially, which is so weird that I was kind of thinking about this the other day, watching other YouTube videos from like 2020 and even like 2021, and they're talking about COVID, and it makes it seem like it's like this great war that we like survived through. And I'm sitting there like, that's crazy that I went through that, you went through that, plenty of people did. It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd that it's like, okay, because I was thinking about, you know, 20 years in the future. I was like, what are you going to tell people then? Like, oh yeah, there's this event called COVID, and there's a pandemic, and it had like mass panic and all that. Well, not exactly that, but supply chains were down and became became chaos and anarchy. And then there were the wildfires, and it's like, wait, you guys made it through that? It's like, yeah, we kind of did. Don't know how, but we did. It was just interesting for me to think about that because I remember talking to my dad about it and the idea of like, well, did you ever think you were gonna, live through a pandemic? And he's like, no. He's like, I never saw that in my future. Yeah. Right. And I think the other thing, kind of going back to just, and some of it is sensitive, of course, especially when it becomes personal to somebody. But I also know that, again, like I was talking about, just expressing, even that alone, I know sometimes the hardest place is the first step, like you were just saying. And I'm kind of glad that it is, because once you get over that, you realize, oh, maybe it isn't as bad as I thought. So it's kind of nice that it is the hardest step. Because then after that, once you got that nailed down, you're like, oh, okay. Then after you take like, seven more steps, you're like, okay, I'm kind of getting a groove. There's kind of a rhythm to it. And so doing something like this, you and I doing this currently, this being the first episode, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I am too. And what I was going to add as well is, with the idea of what we currently have nowadays with the internet, I didn't see myself at any one point, probably when I was a teenager, when I saw YouTubers, I'm like, oh, I might want to try that. That might be cool. But I didn't see myself pursuing something along these lines, especially as just like a hobby, something I'm passionate about, and to actually literally get my voice out there along with whatever my thoughts may be, wherever I'm at in life, what that exactly means. And then to share that with somebody, I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna be doing this solo, you know? So it's kind of, yeah, no, it definitely does. Well, and yeah, with inspiration, there's a lot that comes with that. I think that's Laura. I think that's Laura. Yeah. Um, well, yeah, speaking of, not envisioning things, that's something I certainly didn't envision. Hi, me. Yeah, it is you. Yeah. No, that's, you know what? That's totally your move, man. I'm down for whatever. Do it up. Cause like currently, yeah, cause right now, I think it's only displaying. I want to see if I can get it to display what also. Oh, I think I know what I should have done. I could have done it through what is it? What am I trying to think of? Oh, I could have, dude. It's kind of crazy how crystal clear it is too. So, don't mind the technical difficulties. First time doing this. What I should have done instead, and maybe I still can do it, is stream through OBS. So I might have to do that next time. I wonder if can you hear the audio? Like if you go on the YouTube video, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, here. This is what I can do. I can literally do. Yeah. So one moment. We're gonna. It's just not whomever. this is this is just my normal thought process. This is what I'm doing. This is me in a normal day. So I will do through OBS and then do it like that. Okay, so stream key is missing. Hold on. We're gonna figure this out. Because I was like, okay, yeah, we can. We can certainly do this. Oh, actually, I can probably even do it. Guess what? Through Discord as well. I don't know if that's an option. That is an option. There's a couple different ways of doing this. You know what? I'm willing to take the time, and the mistakes are here. So whatever. I know. I'm gonna roll with it. Whatever. I'm here to open it. Okay, so cats. Yeah. What the? Oh, speaking of, little Sylvanas is sleeping. What's Kiki got going on? What is she doing? As per usual. Here, let me see if. Oh wait, share screen. Sorry, my microphone's in the way, which is why I'm like moving, juking, dodging, bobbing, and weaving over here. Here, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay, and then